What's going on, everybody? It is your man, the Big Dog. Welcome to episode 80 of the Dog House. Let's just do a little victory lap, shall we? And you're probably wondering to yourself, why are you doing a victory lap, bro? Well, because I've made it 80 episodes of the Dog House without getting banned. I legit thought I was gonna get banned at least once during my little tenure here. But nope, I haven't. You can call that luck. You can call that me being a pretty good content creator. Call it whatever you want. But hey, I've gone through this without getting perma-banned. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me tonight. If you feel so inclined, please give this Twitch channel a follow. And you can also find all my other links, YouTube, Discord, email, Twitter, Steam, in the chat and in the description box below of the YouTube video. Alright. Now, I don't know if you guys were in the pre-stream for the Twitch portion of this, but unfortunately there isn't a lot of news relevant to my channel, unfortunately. So today we're going to talk about something that happened, a few days ago. About the feud between DSP Gaming and Review Tech USA. So, yeah.
Troll, there are many content creation funny. Cameo below in the description. I look forward to seeing you there. So this is going to be a fun one. Many of you have heard about DSP Gaming. There are many.
Oh, I sure as hell have. And I've actually discussed this content creator on this channel before. I forgot when I did it, but I know I've talked about DSP before.
Bigger than me, smaller than me, trolls, regular content creators that speak about DSP. It is not because we dislike him. I don't dislike Phil. I
agree. I align with Rich on this one. I don't dislike him either. To be honest, my feelings towards him are mere indifference. Like, I'm not rooting for the man to fail, but I'm not gonna cry if he does. I mean, that's basically my feelings towards him. I don't think he's a horrible person either. But I do think he's criminally what's the fucking word? And I dropped my remote. What's the word? I can't believe he's what the fuck is that word? There's a specific word I'm looking for. Oh, I think I got it. He's his own worst enemy, pretty much. Like, he's in this, like, I'll let Rich explain it.
Person, but it is absolutely amazing to see someone running into a brick wall, continue to run into that brick wall. You tell them there's a brick wall there. Everyone else sees.
Also, his goatee is not connected properly.
He's the brick wall, except Phil, and Phil continues to ram his face into the brick wall to prove there's no brick wall there. And he cannot.
That chicken is creeping me the fuck out. Also, I will say, that was the best way to describe that.
Not see the brick wall. He genuinely can't. And it fascinates the entire YouTube community.
That's also a great way to talk about DSP. He's fascinating. Like, and Rich is going to get into this. Phil's problem is he takes himself too seriously. To the point where he really has a hard time taking criticism from other people. Like, he has a hard time taking criticism. And if you don't believe me, watch some of his streams where people give him genuine criticism and then they just get permabanned.
There are many people who aren't even in the gaming community that know of Phil because he is absolutely hilarious for all the reasons he doesn't want to be hilarious for.
Yep.
Yes! Yes!
I really gotta diversify my soundboard.
It is fascinating, Phil. I'm sorry. It's not that one day I hate you and the next day I love you. It's just sometimes you do things that I think, you know what, that made sense. I don't think Phil should be trolled for that, or I think he had a good take on Twitter. And then the next day, you are crying to your fans because you don't like the engagement that's happening with the game that you're playing.
Oh, yeah, he does that too. He does that too.
It's your job to get people engaged, Phil. It's not your audience. You talk to your audience like you're a disgruntled substitute teacher.
Oh my god. I love that analogy. I love that comparison. Because it's fucking true. He does sound like a disgruntled substitute teacher. Oh, he sounds like a pissed off... He sounds like one of those pissed off retail workers that doesn't get paid enough. He's like, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
And they're your students. you're just like walking in, you're like, I'm not getting paid enough. Sit down! Sit down, you shit. Sit down. You want attention? Sit down. That's how you treat your audience.
It's so true. It's so true.
It's such a chill stream. You have the chillest streams out there. Well, recently, a channel called Secret Unlimited put out a video about Phil talking about his alleged, I will still say alleged, Phil, gambling addiction to WWE champions. It's Candy Crush with a bunch of sweaty wrestling dudes.
Yeah, actually, and he's going to get into this. So, yeah, basically how this started is Rich watched a video from the YouTube channel he described on DSP's spending habits in regards to WWE champions. Now, I was watching the video on Rich's stream, and I would say, I would agree with Rich, and he's going to get into this, that there was a lot of damning evidence against Phil in regards to this. And, actually, you know what? I think he did. No, he didn't link the video. I think this is the video. Yep, this is the video. I'm going to put a link to this in the chat so you guys can see it for yourselves. We're not going to have time to watch it today.
It's a gotcha game. Like, literally, it's exactly what it is. It's a way to get money. You could get certain rare wrestlers that are coveted to get. It's how they incentivize people to continually throw money at it. Now,
just like Candy Crush.
In the past before, I don't agree with this, and I think it's flat out wrong they did it, but it happened because Phil always decries poverty in his...
Oh yeah, that too. I forgot to mention that too. He does do that. He likes to cry poor on his streams. Talk about it. If people don't donate to them, he's gonna go starving or some shit.
His streams, which I've told you 1,000 times before, Phil, and the entire internet community has said, this is your biggest problem.
Yes, it is. But does Phil listen?
Nope.
He does not.
You complain about the trolls making your personal finances their business, but you proceed to make your personal finances your audience's business by decrying that you're poor or decrying poverty or saying you can't get groceries the next day. And the reason you do that is to incentivize your audience to give you money, specifically in the direction of tips, because it goes right into your PayPal, so you and Kat and Jasper can eat the next day.
Which I don't agree with. I don't agree with that, man. Like, I know it's his streams and he can do what he wants, but that's making your fans responsible for your well-being, in my opinion, is a really bad idea. It's a bad idea. That's why you barely hear me talk about my finances. Because it's realistically, I hate to say it like this, but it's none of your business, one. And two, like, it's not your responsibility to keep me afloat. It's my problem. Jesus, you beating the shit out of that guy.
Tell me I'm lying about that, Bill. Tell me. That is the key problem with you, is that you make your finances your audience's business. And
Yep.
then when they use it against you because you make it their business, you say, how dare you make that your business?
It's the strangest fucking thing. And it's true, too. It's so strange. Like, he goes on and on about his financial problems. And then when people question his spending habits, he gets pissy about it. He's like, how dare you question my spending habits? It's like, well, then don't reveal your finances, dude.
Well, anyway, I saw this from Secret Unlimited. It's called Gambling $100,000 of Donation Money into a Mobile Gaming App, which is they're saying that Phil is doing, and it had a lot of damning evidence.
God damn.
Believe me, go check it out yourself. And I decided, like, I have been a monthly member of Phil for a very long time, and I decided, yeah, I'm good. I'm not going to do it anymore. Yes, the next day I proceeded to super...
I'll be honest, that was the right decision in my opinion. If I found out that I was donating to somebody and they were using the money to gamble, I'd be pissed. And I'd probably do the same thing. I'd be like, nah, man, I ain't giving you money no more.
Chat him to see if there was what his reaction would be.
Now that I don't think was a good idea.
It worked. But Phil was not happy that I watched that video. He was making it like I exposed him, even though I didn't put together this video, which is over an hour long. It was not done by me. I was reacting to Secret Unlimited's video. And he is demanding an apology.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Why the fuck would you do that? Why? You are a grown man.
We're going to go through this little clip together. I whittled it down because Phil, he kind of has diarrhea of the mouth.
Yep. That's another problem.
Of course, I'll have a link to the full video so you can see I'm not taking anything out of context. Here are the bits and pieces where Phil demands the apology from me. I'm going to pause it a bunch, and we're going to discuss what Phil has to say here. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're probably not going to get through the entire video, but I'm going to try.
Here's Phil to tell you more.
And this troll has
That was a good reference there.
been saying dumb shit like, oh, Review Tech did a whole stream about you, exposing you, and saying all this stuff about you and how you blow all your money on mobile games.
You know he takes this shit way too seriously. Like, that's not what happened. And this is coming from someone who actually watched that stream. He wasn't exposing him, he was just watching a fucking video.
And blah, 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 blah.
I was watching Secret Unlimited's video.
Yeah, exactly.
I was not in any way, shape, or form exposing you. I was reacting to someone else exposing you, which you're welcome to do to me, Phil. You always say, I would never do that to Rich, or I could go watch a bunch of Rich. Go ahead, watch them. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's another thing he does. He has this whole holier-than-thou attitude, which really annoys me.
The difference between this video and a lot of those troll videos out there is that stuff with my trolls is all hearsay. This is, which I don't agree with. People went into your bank records and got this information and compiled it together.
Which is wrong. Don't do that. Stay out of people's business, man. Stay out of people's finances, bro.
And
unless they're
put,
like DSP and make their shits public.
And put everything together that's irrefutable. Why don't you go talk to me about it? Talk to It's a Gundam about it. And you can't say it's not people's business, Phil, because you make it their business. You put your finances out there public. People are going to be like, this guy always saying he's poor.
By the way, he did mention another content creator that I watch, It's a Gundam. I'm going to make a point about this little feud that him and Review Tech had, that Phil and Rich have later at the end of the podcast.
But we find out they're going to look into it because you're constantly talking about it, but we find out he's spending money on this and spending money on this. If you didn't talk about your finances, Phil, even if you have financial problems, but if you didn't talk about them, people wouldn't give a damn whenever you spent your money on. But because you use the fact that you're broke to incentivize people to donate, people are going to be like, we're going to look into this because this guy's always decrying that he's poor, but he lives in a gated community. Anyway, let's continue.
Not only does he live in a gated community, he buys new consoles when they come out. He buys new games when they come out. And that shit adds up. Like, that shit adds up.
Canceled his membership and he did all this dramatic stuff.
I did.
So now you've been exposed by another.
Yeah, he did. which I agree with him doing that.
Now you guys know.
Realistically, guys, if you see somebody spending the money like Phil is spending, don't encourage them.
I don't give two shits what anyone says or does about me.
Bullshit.
Nope.
Bull fucking shit. Oh, I don't care what anybody says about me. So why the hell are you addressing it?
So many people have over the years. Please, I already talked about this.
You still do, Phil.
Exactly. Don't lie.
You still do. You remind me of like 2015 Rich on steroids. You absolutely do. If you didn't mind, you wouldn't even be addressing this right now. There are things
That is true. I just said that.
that people say about me every day. You know what I do? I just kiss my birds and move on.
Why the fuck does he do that, man?
You don't do that, Phil. You
Marijuana is a beautiful thing, isn't it?
it is, and that's the problem.
You guys know the deal in regards to me and mobile games and separating my personal life with my professional life, and the fact that all.
Which you don't do.
He doesn't.
You talk about your personal life and your financial life every day with your fans. That's why you're in the situation that you're in.
Which is why you don't do that.
So overblown and slanderous and full of shit compared to reality. All right, I'm not gonna go through that again. We already been
How is it full of shit, dude?
through it multiple
Whatever.
times. But the fact that someone who, in the last few weeks, actively came on my streams, told his viewership my content was good, okay, has some of his viewers now become fans.
Phil, yeah, we watched you play Super Castlevania 4, and it was... If you acted like that in all of your streams, 98% of your problems would go away. If you just enjoyed the games, joked around, interacted with your audience, didn't bitch about engagement...
That's true, man. Like, had he done that from the start, he'd be bigger. He'd probably have 1 million subs by now.
Didn't cry poor to try to get tips instead of super chats, most of your problems would go away. Sadly, I think you've painted yourself into such a corner that the only reason people pay attention to you now is to see you, metaphorically, slam your face into a brick wall. So you kind of have to keep doing
Oh, that's hilarious.
what you're
When
doing.
he says that,
But
he slams his
all
face
of
into a
this, if
fucking brick wall.
Every single stream was like that Super Castlevania 4 stream with you, Phil. All this stuff would be a non-issue. But
Yep.
you don't have the self-awareness to understand that.
The self-awareness, or really the thicker skin to do it.
Continue.
Which is great. I'm happy for that. I'm always happy to see newcomers come on the streams. Then, this guy offers me a PC out of nowhere. I didn't ask for one.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And ironically, you told him no because it was 5 years old, even though it was far leagues ahead of what you had. You know, this guy is apparently still running Windows 8. I mean, come on.
Bruh.
Why?
It wasn't out of nowhere. We were watching a clip of you bitching about your PC, which, Phil, I have to be honest with you, if you put an SSD in there, upgraded to at least Windows 10, that PC would still be more than fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I heard you haven't even opened it up. I can imagine how much dust is in that PC, and I saw the way the dust is in the rest of your room, so I know you don't clean up in there.
I can't throw stones there. My room's kind of a mess. I'm gonna hold this L for a messy room. I'm gonna clean it eventually. When I get the... When I actually give enough of a shit to actually clean the shit.
And you put an SSD in there, you re-imaged it with Windows 10 or Windows 11, put OBS on.
Yeah, he'd be
wouldn't
good.
even need a new PC.
He'd be
The
good.
reason why I saw you making that video, I'm like, you know what? I have a big ass Threadripper
Oh my god.
rig here. I don't
What the fuck was that?
want to sell it because you sell it. If there's a problem with shipping, it becomes a huge headache.
That's
Hey,
true.
Bill, I'll pack up the PC good. There's still almost a guaranteed chance it'll get there in one piece. You pay the shipping. I get it out of my house. I don't have to worry about selling it and having someone complain that something happened to it in shipping.
Yeah, it's a
I win
win-win.
by getting more space in my house. Now my friend's taking the PC, not you, Phil. You win by getting a PC that's substantially more powerful than the one you have. Even
God
though,
damn it.
honestly, like I said, you could just
The
put an
shit outta
SSD
here.
in your PC, upgrade it to Windows 10, and call it a day.
Exactly.
But that's why I did it. You get a PC, I get crap out of my house. It's a win-win. And the reason I said it is because I saw a video of you complaining about the fact that your PC was having issues. That's all it was, Phil.
Which, ironically, if he was a PC gamer like he said he was, he probably would have figured it out by now.
It wasn't me just trying to conjure something up to have drama here. You do a great job of bringing the drama to your doorstep yourself.
You get it done, DeMarco, for that, my friend.
It's that simple, but let's continue.
Out of the blue, a PC.
You know, I may retire that sound effect.
Here, I have a PC from 5-6 years ago, but I think you say you need a new one, and I could just give it to you, just pay for shipping. I'm like, geez, this is kind of a lot of positivity out of nowhere.
It wasn't out of nowhere.
From Rich.
The guy wanted to get some shit out of his house.
Because Rich, over the...
He's making 4D chess out of nothing. I just explained it, Phil.
Exactly.
That's all it is, Phil. And I wouldn't have done a giveaway
Jesus.
with the PC, because if the PC showed up to a subscriber and it was broken, it would not only would be a giveaway of a PC, it would be broken and I would have to replace it. Whereas you, it's like, all right, here, Phil, if it works, great, which it would. But if something happened in
Yeah, and it'd be light years ahead of what he had.
shipping, no loss, I was just handing you a PC. There you go. You're overthinking this to an astronomical level.
that I have nothing to do about. And what I mean by that is Rich has this habit of not being able to keep my name out of his mouth.
Oh my God.
The entire internet has a habit of not being able to keep your name out of their mouths.
Because you keep fucking up, dude.
Because you keep doing extraordinarily, amazingly stupid things. And you have people explain to you all the time that these things are things that you should not be doing.
But
And then you
no.
just get mad, shut them down, and continue to do these things. And it's fascinating to people. It is absolutely fascinating. It's why you're on the Steel Toe Morning Show all the time, because they cannot get over how a man can lack so much self-awareness when everyone's telling him what he should do to improve his business.
Exactly.
That's what it is, Phil. That's why no one could stop talking about you. You are a specimen of fascination to a level that I have never seen before. The only person who may beat you is Tickled Television.
For those of you who don't know who he's talking about Quantum TV and the whole debacle with him and Ackman.
I don't even want to say his actual name. Let's
See my previous Doghouse episodes for that.
continue.
Seems he can get some kind of a benefit out of mentioning me. He will.
Oh my God.
And then, if
Phil, you do funny stuff. I talk about funny stuff on my streams. It's not that I'm looking to clout chase from you. He's gonna say later here that I'm punching down too.
Oh my God. I hope we get to that.
He's another one who's like, "Oh, you're such a mean bully for commenting on the stupid crap that I do as a public figure." We're going into that.
on with me or whatever, he'll just completely forget I exist, and then he'll come back again. And
I don't forget you exist, Phil. It's
Kind of hard to forget you exist, dude, because you never shut the fuck
just
up.
you do something dumb that's funny, and I talk about it just like I would do with any other YouTuber, just like I do with the Quartering, just like I've done with Pat the NES Punk, just like I've done with name a bunch, and I've defended people like Boogie. I've criticized Boogie. I've defended Boogie. I'm friends with Boogie right now.
That is true.
I'm friends with him. It doesn't mean that because you're critical of someone or laugh at the
Boogie seems like a really cool guy.
stupid crap that people
Or is it
laugh
just
at the
me?
stupid crap I do, which is almost on a daily basis. Like, you make it that if someone's critical of you, that they're your enemy. I don't understand how people live like that. Like, so anyone who tells you anything like, "Hey, Phil, you should fix this," no, you're just a detractor. That's why you're in the position you're in, because anyone who's critical of you, you consider it an attack. That's why you're on the level 1 in your podcast.
be positive.
Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one. There we go. Yeah, I'm retiring that horn.
Someone's
There's no
being
reason for
negative.
this.
It's really weird with this guy. I don't even know. The best way to like describe it is like you don't know what Rich you're talking to today. Are you talking to the rich that's going to be a nice guy and tell his viewers you have good content and come support you? Or are you talking to the rich that's going to do an expose on his stream where he watches your...
He didn't do an expose. He watched a video exposing your bad spending habits. Oh,
tractor content and shits all over you.
It's so fascinating and so frustrating at the same time.
Okay.
It depends on what you did that day, Phil.
Exactly.
It's not that one day I wake up and I'm...
All right, let me see if I can skip to the part where he gets to
this and this before. As a matter of fact, I think it's a Gundam confirmed that because he talked to the quartering. There was so much stuff that was off the problem, and the reason that people are looking into your problems, Phil, I'm not buying into this stuff. But this was like
a whole stream exposing you and saying that that you're a horrible person that blows all his money. He's not going to support you, and he
say you were a horrible person. It just honestly, with all the evidence they put together, okay. And I understand how trolls videos work, and if I thought it was just straight up trolling, keep it real. Walking in and filming with your webcam.
What you did, you had no content to put out for that day. That they are defamatory against Darkside Film, exposing
personal issues to the side,
conspiracy against me that's been going on for years and years. They're trying to derail people from enjoying my legitimately interesting, fun, chill content.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh my god, my man has an ego the size of a fucking mountain.
By bringing up nonsense that has nothing to do with
Phil, your content is not chill. Your content is not chill.
Yeah, no, the fuck it's not.
You are sitting there pressuring your audience saying, hey, I'm playing this game. I'm playing this game, and no one's watching it.
Yep.
No one's watching it. This is the popular new game. Yeah, it's so chill. It's so chill. People probably have to go get prescriptions of Xanax after watching because you sit...
Jesus, man. I
I
gotta...
My viewers and your viewers have this thing called free will. You're afraid you're going to lose other members.
Doing your content as long as you're making a buck.
Phil, I'm there to entertain people. If there's something out there that is entertaining, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to make sure attacking you. Same with It's a Gundam. Same with It's Gundam. I'm there to entertain people. If there's something out there that is entertaining, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to make jokes about it. The common theme is, if I wanted to keep going, this could have been an hour every single day. Formula, Phil, that is what it is. Okay, there's, like I said, there's people that put out crap. You have plenty of interesting things to discuss, so yeah, you come up on the.
You're making a buck.
Phil, I'm there to entertain. The same thing too before. I don't. Here is my rule. I would never tell anyone to. The common theme. The other people around you. Your life before, Phil. I would look a little bit there. Gee, I wonder if the reason it's that way, Phil. Commentary to Phil crying about me. But let's continue.
It does, because I've had people like you walk all over me my entire life.
The mask. Looked a little bit there. Gee, I wonder if the reason it's that way, Phil, is because when people have given you criticism before, you've taken it as an attack and you've been angry at them and demanded an apology for them criticizing you. Gee, I wonder if that's happened in your life before, Phil. I would guarantee you it's went to your live stream, not
all this shit about me constantly.
Phil, people would stop doing this if you... The WWE champions...
Longest time. You can look at a history of conspiracy after conspiracy after conspiracy thrown my way over the years.
Polar, you just think that anyone who doesn't side with...
On my behalf. I'm tired of your shit. Alright? I don't want anything to do with you anymore if this is how you're gonna behave. People have been saying it in my chat. It's like bipolar.
No, it's not like bipolar. I said this before. It's one day you do something, a big to-do about it, and totally...
Terrible person, and you know...
You never said that.
I never said you were a terrible person. I said
Exactly.
you were a problem, but I never said...
Yeah, which is different,
you were a
but...
terrible person.
Yeah.
I never said you were a terrible person, Phil.
Then don't come back. Because when you do this, you derail my content.
Okay, Dad.
Acting one way, and then from the other side of your mouth on your stream, shitting all over me. Alright? I'm just not. Make up your mind, and make a decision quick, and we'll see what happens. But if you come on my stream again, alright, and you act like this, you're out of here.
Phil, I got absolutely nothing to apologize to you for.
Yes! Yes!
Alright, I couldn't find that. I couldn't find the other clip where he says that, where he talks about the punching down, but I will get into this. I find it funny that Darkside Phil is always going after Review Tech USA every time Review Tech USA reviews something stupid that Phil did. And yet he doesn't, like, it's weird. He always, like, he goes after Rich with so much intensity. Yet he's not going after other people that have spoken ill of him. You know, It's a Gundam, like Rich mentioned. Keemstar. What the... Total Biscuit, may he rest in peace. Who was another one that spoke about him? The Steel. That podcast that he mentioned. Him. Hell, even Az from Heel vs. Baby's Face spoke about him once. I mean, almost everybody knows who he is, and for the wrong fucking reasons. But what can you do, man? This guy will never listen. And you know what? If he's not gonna listen, then I don't know what to tell you, man. And Phil, if you're watching this, lighten up, dude. It's the internet. Like, I don't condone people harassing you, but at the same time, you need to know the difference between harassment and criticism and a joke. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a big dog with a microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. If you're on Twitch, please stay tuned. I will be starting Spider-Man. And to all my YouTube friends, I will see you next week.